Hi, hello. Game of Thrones talk here. It was a season that brought us some of the best episodes from the entire series. I think it's about time we take a look back and rank the 10 episodes from season 6 of Game of Thrones. Spoilers are coming, and just a heads up, this is just my opinion, so no need to get stressed out about it, Alright, LGI, let's get to the list. No one. Episode 8 had its fair share of violent, brutal beatdowns.
I choose violence.
As the Hound got his revenge while the Mountain ripped the dude's head off. Podrick and Bronn had some funny moments while Brienne and Jaime were reunited. King Tommen announces Cersei is going to face the trial after all. The episode concludes with Daenerys returning to Meereen while it's being under attack. The biggest down for me in this episode is how Blackfish was killed off, because we don't get to visually see his death. I feel like they could have highlighted his death by having him take out 10 or 20 men before dying. This episode received majority of positive reviews from critics as Arya's story with the Faceless Men was concluded, reintroduction of the Brotherhood without banners, Jaime's scheme to retake Riverrun were some of the high points there. The biggest low point had to be the controversial, anticlimactic end to Blackfish.
We found the Blackfish, my lord.
Good. Bring him to me.
He died, fighting my lord.
Blood of my blood. Bran's visions were in full effect in episode 6, where he had a plethora of past and future visions. Arya essentially starts a war with the creepy faceless girl. King Tommen is so brainwashed by the High Sparrow where it's blatantly clear he's not fit to rule the Seven Kingdoms, and I feel foreshadow a rather extra short reign as king. Cersei diabolically plans some mad evil shit. We find out Benjen Stark is the one that saves Bran in the episode. Critics praised the return of several notable characters like Walder Frey and Edmure Tully, Samwell's return to Hornhill, and Arya's decision to return to being a Stark rather than a disciple of the many-faced god. The Red Woman. In my opinion, episode 1 was a satisfactory start to the season. The hype for this season did really help the episode out. The scenes involving Sansa and Brienne, as well as the closing reveal of Melisandre's true form following her loss of faith, were my high points. Some lows had to include the abrupt Dorne storyline. The Broken Man. Episode 7 received positive reviews from critics as it spotlighted the long-awaited return of Sandor, and also the introduction of one of my newly favorite characters, Lyanna Mormont.
I served under your uncle at Castle Black, Lady Lyanna. He was also a great warrior and an honorable man. I was his steward. In fact,
I think we've had enough small talk. Why are you here?
More highlights include the siege of Riverrun, and Arya's storyline reaches a climax where she is about to leave for Westeros, but gets stabbed in the abdomen by the waif.
The Hound.
Sweet girl.
Oathbreaker. Episode 3 garnered great reviews from critics as it was praised for its strong, forward-moving storytelling, however, did not achieve many shocking moments. The Tower of Joy flashback was my highlight of the episode. Jon is alive and well as he executes his assassins, then he decides that his watch has ended as he leaves Castle Black. A blind Arya Stark leaves her past life and takes on a new identity as no one.
Who are you?
No one.
Book of the Stranger. Episode 4 received high praise from critics as the reunion of Jon Snow and Sansa Stark created more possibilities for future storylines. Jon is challenged by Ramsay to come to Winterfell to save his brother Rickon. The conclusion to Daenerys' storyline with the cows earned the highlight of the episode as Daenerys kills the cows single-handedly after emerging from the temple fire unburnt.
Ieri você aqui. Ieri vadrivoi.
Home. Episode 2 garnered a widespread of positive remarks for the return of Jon Snow, the reintroduction of Bran Stark with the three-eyed raven, the shocking death of Roose Bolton.
You'll always be my firstborn.
Thank you for saying that. It means a great deal to me.
And the long-awaited death of Balon Greyjoy. The Door. Episode 5 messed with everyone's head after revealing Hodor's destiny. The Door received universal praise from critics, one of the most emotional episodes Thrones has ever produced, with effective action sequences involving the White Walkers and Hodor, in addition to Daenerys' farewell to Jorah. This episode will forever be known as Hodor's episode and the one that produced the Hold the Door memes.
Hold the door! 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 Hold the door!
The Winds of Winter. Episode 10 was yet another universally acclaimed episode produced by Game of Thrones. Critics list it as one of the best episodes of the entire series. A surprising and a satisfying ending to a season to remember. The musical intro to the episode may have been, in my opinion, one of the best intros in a Game of Thrones episode yet, as the creepy soundtrack leading up to the not so shocking but still very well done explosion scene from the ignition of the wildfire that destroys the Great Sept, killing everyone inside, including Lancel, the High Sparrow, Marjorie, Loras, Mace Tyrell, and Kevin Lannister. King Tommen's shocking suicidal death caused by Cersei's diabolical plan was another highlight. As Cersei takes her place on the Iron Throne. Arya's revenge on the Freys was another great moment.
The last thing you're ever going to see is a Stark smiling down at you as you die.
Bran's vision of the Tower of Joy concludes with Jon's heritage being revealed. And the ending with Daenerys and her many ships and 3 dragons going to Westeros completed and ended a season to remember. Battle of the Bastards. Episode 9's battle produced, in my opinion, one of the top 3 episodes of the entire series. High praise as a masterpiece that is bound to win an Emmy. The Battle of the North was terrifying, gripping, and exhilarating. The beginning of the episode was another highlight as Daenerys reunited with her dragons to take back Meereen from the Masters by burning down their fleet and taking majority of their ships.
Your reign is over.
My reign has just begun.
The gripping storytelling of the battle highlighted the episode from Rickon's run of faith from Ramsay's arrows, which then leads to an unsettling start for Jon's army. Then when we all lost faith, Sansa comes through with the Knights of the Vale. To the epic conclusion where Jon beats Ramsay's face into the mud, Sansa gets the last laugh where he ends Ramsay using his own hounds. Talk about poetic justice. And that does it. That's my ranking of the 10 episodes from Season 6 of Game of Thrones. Comment below what changes you would make in the list, and let me know of any ranking or list ideas you'd like me to take on. LGI, let's give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Tofu TV signing out.